Justice and Basic Education departments will be hosting the annual Moot Court competition. The competition aims to create awareness about the Constitution in schools and communities in South Africa. It also aims to make students aware of the values that the Constitution embodies through active participation. Another goal is to encourage talented young people to consider pursuing a career in law. Let's take you to the Constitutional Court in Johannesburg, where Tshegohaco Moagi is standing by with some excited participants. A very good morning to you, Tshegohaco.
Good morning, Dudu. So indeed, as you've mentioned, competitions such as these allow for young learners who are in school to really just partake in this and really just to get more information about how the law actually works. And they will this morning be presenting their thesis, so to speak, to a bench of judges here at the Constitutional Court. But let's get more information about the importance of such competitions from the Basic Education Department spokesperson, Elijah Mhlanga. Elijah, thank you so much for your time. So this is, of course, one of the competitions that the department does have. Just speak to us about the importance of having such competitions and the partnership that you have with the Department of Justice and the South African Human Rights Commission.
Yeah, that's correct. That's where I wanted to start. It's a partnership because we are in a tripartite sort of relationship with the Department of Justice as well as the South African Human Rights Commission to assist our learners to get into law and at school level to debate critical issues that are facing the country. But the finals always take place here in the Constitutional Court in front of a full bench of judges who listen to the learners debate these matters, and a final judgment is made in terms of who is the winner. This is a very important competition. From here they go overseas, and we've won there as well several times before, which means that our learners from our schools here are able to compete at an international level on these matters, from critical analysis to listening to analyzing, as well as just synthesizing the issues that are facing the country. So we really appreciate the participation as well as the partnership.
Now talk to us then about how they enter these competitions and how they are trained, so to speak, to actually be able to come stand here in front of a full bench of judges.
Well, this is a competition that is open to all our learners that are at high school level, grade 11, from all our schools across the country. You find that in some schools this is coordinated by a teacher or a school principal, but there are also other learners who are self-coordinating, and they are here. By the way, you'll see them later. They just organize themselves. So they go through training. The Department of Justice brings in lawyers who do the coaching, and they are guided in terms of the reading, how to conduct yourself as a lawyer, and how to behave in courts, and how to speak, because it's all done in preparation for this particular competition. So it's something that gives them a lot of experience already, even at high school level, in terms of how to prepare for your future world of work.
Now, we do know that with such competitions, of course, as you've mentioned, some of them go through to, overseas, and they win overseas as well. Do you perhaps know if any of these learners that actually take part in these competitions, especially something like the Moot Court, if they actually go through to be lawyers themselves?
Of course, we've had so many success stories. Some actually proceeded, they become lawyers because they immerse themselves in this competition and they read case law, and they then get interested in it, and then they go to university to do law. So we appreciate that because it's also about exposing our learners to a variety of careers. So this one is really about the legal fraternity, also supporting the department in making sure that our learners are exposed. So we encourage many more learners and many more schools to get involved so we can keep this competition going.
All right, thank you so much, Elijah Mhlanga from the Department of Basic Education. They're really just giving us details about this particular competition. And as you heard, many of the learners actually then go on to pursue law as a career. And we do know that the department has been introducing various streams for learners to actually take part in. And this is definitely one of them, for them to immerse themselves in the law fraternity and to teach themselves everything that they need to know. And when they get to varsity, they've got that upper hand. Dudu?
Commendable initiative. Thank you very much, Tshegohaco Moagi. We'll touch base with you a bit later on.